I feel like I need to start this video with a little bit of a backstory. This project really wasn't planned at all. I was actually working on a console table for my wife, who really wanted a barnboard rustic look, and it just kind of popped into my mind. I think that would look really nice with a mirror. And not that I had an abundance of time or shortage of products to work on, but sometimes you just know it's the right thing to do. And hey, we're woodworkers, so it's not like it's extra work, it's just different work at a different time. I'm sure you've all been there. So let me know in the comments about a project that kind of grew unexpectedly that you've done. And better yet, let me know whether you were happy with it or you regretted doing the extra work. I think I can guess what most of the answers are going to be. But enough chit chat, let's get to the project. So to get started, I got my piece of glass here. And I've decided with the framework and everything that I want the mirror that you see to be 20 inches by 30 inches. So I had this piece cut to 31 by 21. And that's because each edge of this is going to recess into the framework half an inch. So let's get started on cutting the framework. Now, since this piece is going to complement a table I've already built, I want it to have some of the same characteristics. So in my table build, the apron is 4 inches all the way around. So I'm going to make the framework to this mirror 4 inches as well. So I'm going to start by setting up my table. I'm going to cut the two long sides of my framework first, and keeping in mind that I've got half inch of the mirror being recessed and 4-inch pieces of framework, I'm going to cut these two pieces at 38 inches long. And with the cutoffs, I'll cut my two. Now, I'm not sure this is completely necessary, but I had a piece of 1/8 masonite, so I decided to cut it down and make a protective backing for the back of the mirror. So this I just cut down to the exact same size as the mirror itself. I need to find the overall thickness of the mirror and the backing piece together. This is going to be how thick I need to make the groove in the frame. Now, of course, there's all different ways that you can put a groove into a piece of frame so you can fit your mirror or your panel in. I'm going to use a table saw on this one because this groove is going to be so small, it's only going to take a couple passes and it's going to be just a lot quicker and easier for me. Now, one thing to consider when you're using a table saw is that the highest point, which in my case is going to be ½ inch, is not where the cut's going to stop. As you can see over here, you're going to have a little bit of a tail off of the cut. So as long as your framework piece is thick enough to hide that, you're okay. If you were going to do a thinner frame, like 1.5 inches, you probably couldn't get away with this. So let me show you how I set this up. The first thing I did was take my setup block and set my table saw to ½ inch high. I'm going to lay down a piece of masking tape next to my blade so I can make my reference line. Then I want to find the point where the first tooth comes up through the saw and mark that. And I'll do the same on the other side. Then I'm just going to find the center of those two lines, and that will be the highest point of the blade. And since I cut the long pieces, well, long, I need to measure where I need my groove. And my groove is going to be 31 inches overall, the same size as the mirror. And this piece is 38 inches overall. So I'm going to take that extra 7 inches and split it in half and measure down from each end and make a mark. I set my fence up where I want the groove to start. And then I'm just going to gently set my board down using the reference line on the board to match up with the reference line on the table saw, and push it through until the second reference mark lines up with the mark on the saw again. On the shorter pieces, I just put the groove all the way through. The ends of these are going to be completely covered, so it doesn't matter. I do all 4 pieces before moving the fence to widen the groove. This way I just know everything stays centered. And when I do adjust the fence, it's going to be a very minimal amount. I just want to sneak up on that overall thickness to make sure that I get a nice tight fit at the end. And also, before I do my glue up, I'm going to make sure that I take one of my short pieces here and put a couple key slots in it to hang it. I might actually do it on the side as well too. That gives you the option to lay it horizontal or vertical. And of course, you don't absolutely need key slots. There's multiple different ways you can hang this. Just get some hangers and some D hooks, whatever you're comfortable with. I picked up a couple of these metal plates. These are actually meant to go on studs wherever there's plumbing or electrical wires running through, so that if you want to hang a picture or do any kind of renovation, you don't penetrate the wiring or the plumbing. And I'm just going to make up a little mixture to try to rust these out in a matter of minutes and see how they look on the mirror. These pieces are also on the table I built to match this. If you watched that video, then you've already seen that. But if not, well, go watch that video. But if you're not interested in the table and you only want to see a mirror, I just made up this mixture that's going to rust these out quickly and give it kind of a rustic old antique look. You let the pieces soak in muriatic acid for a while. Then once you're done with that, you pour some hydrogen peroxide on it. And it gives them a rusted look pretty quick. And they'll actually rust up more than you see here over time. While those pieces were soaking, I worked on distressing the frame. Then I needed to distress the frame, and I covered this as well in the table build, but basically I just found a bunch of stuff around my shop that would make marks and dents, and beat the wood up until it looked like it had been sitting around in a barn for a century. Now I need to make a solution that's going to age the wood, and you guessed it, this is also covered in the previous table build, but in a nutshell, it's just boiled vinegar in a jar with steel wool, let it soak over time, and once it's ready, you paint it on. Once it's dry, it ends up aging the wood. Depending on different types of wood, you get different colors, but it's a pretty cheap and simple way to make brand new wood look like it's been around for a while. With this particular pine that I was using, I found the solution actually made the board have a little bit of a tint of red in it, and I didn't really like that. So what I did was I made up two jars, and one of the jars I put a couple drops of a semi-transparent black stain, and I just kind of switched between the two mixtures to make a color that looked more natural. And this part requires a little patience because it's not quite as dark as I might want it to be, but over time it gets darker and darker. So you'll see in the next clip how much this actually darkens up when you let it sit for a few hours or even overnight. But if you don't get the darkness you wanted or were expecting, you can try another coat or two. I left mine overnight and this is how it turned out. I was really happy with it, so now I'm going to put a coat of polyacrylic clear on top and get ready to assemble it. And since the frame's finished, I'm going to take a few minutes and just use some masking tape to easily clean up any glue squeeze out. And the assembly part's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just get your mirror and the backing plate in the groove, leave a little bit of a gap so you can get some glue in there around all your edges, and clamp it together. And I like to use some clamps right on the joints to make sure everything stays flush as it dries. And the last thing I do before I walk away is make sure everything is nice and square. This is my last chance to make any adjustments. And thanks to the masking tape, all I've got to do is take the clamps off, peel that little bit of tape off, and I am done. And for a project I wasn't really planning on doing, this turned out great, and I'm really glad I did it. The table and the mirror together, with all the little details, the accent pieces, really make this look like it's a nice set. Really happy with this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Until next time.